Hello and welcome to my week 5 rapid prototyping game. This week's theme was wind up as well as mouse only controls as a modifier. The working title for my game is called Toy Wars. The game is centered around toys being wound up and then the player releasing them to fight against their opponent. A big inspiration for this week's game came from Mario Party's Superstars in the Mecha Marathon. The minigame is centered around the players winding up their racers, and then whoever winds their racer up the most will win the race. How I replicated this was having the player have a timer where they need to click the mouse as many times as they can, and the more clicks they get, the more the toy will be wound up, so the longer they will fight for. By having the toy be wound up and then released, it let me experiment how I approach a player fighting. One idea which I did come up with was, instead of using skeletons on the robot meshes, I used actor sequences for the player fighting. Another feature which plays into the wind-up theme is having the robot slow down over time to indicate to the player when they're about to run out of power. This week's prototype really let me experiment with different things which I've never really done in other games, letting me explore a new camera system so the player can see everything which is happening, as well as emphasising on polish in a lighting system shows off a game in all of its glory. I was also able to experiment in particle systems by adding particles when the robots are hit, as well as having the loser explode for a bit of fun. Because all the mesh pieces are separate, so I could simulate physics on all the pieces as well as experimenting with the particle effects of fire. The hardest part was for the opponent calculating win and a loss rate. How I did it in this prototype was take the amount of clicks which a player inputs and then adding or subtracting from a random range. I did feel like together with the polishing and the lighting and the music, it all really helped my game come together. I hope you enjoy playing my game. Thank you for listening.